gavel slimming overlay with federal court rules on abortion pill and Mifepristone packaging. Access to the most commonly used abortion pill in the US is once again at the center of a major legal and political firestorm. A federal appeals court has ruled to restrain restriction on Mifepristone, potentially setting up a new battle at the US Supreme Court. This is the footage of pharmacy shameless women's health clinics protest signs outside courthouses. The ruling comes from the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals, and it partially upholds a lawsuit by anti-abortion groups challenging the FDA approval process for the pill. The court said the FDA overstepped its authority when it expanded access to Mifepristone, including allowing it to be mailed and prescribed via telehealth. Timeline animation showing FDA approval in 2000, then expanded access in 2016 and 2021. Originally approved by the FDA in 2000, Mifepristone has been safely used by millions of women for early stage of abortions. But in recent years, the FDA eased restrictions, removing the in-person doctor visit requirement and allowing telemedicine prescription to increase access, especially during the pandemic. Courtroom sketches, graphic of ruling, language. Now, the appeals court has rolled back those expansions, ruling that small delivery and telehealth prescriptions should no longer be allowed. The court did not, however, revoke FDA approval of the drug entirely, meaning Mifepristone remains legal, but access could soon become more limited. Protesters on both sides, pro-choice and pro-life, demonstrated outside federal buildings. The decision has Protesters on both sides, pro-choice and pro-life demonstration outside federal buildings. The decision has reignited nationwide protest, with abortion rights advocates warning this ruling could severely restrict access for millions, particularly in rural areas and Republican-led states where clinic access is already limited. President Biden speaking at press conference, VP Kamala Harris in roundtable discussion. The Biden administration has condemned the ruling, and the Justice Department is expected to appeal to the Supreme Court, which already temporarily blocked lower court restriction or on Mifepristone earlier this year while legal arguments played out. Graphic of the current US abortion landscape, color-coded state laws, pills versus surgical option. This latest case comes and the USA remains deeply divided on abortion rights, following the Supreme Court's 2022 Dobbs decision overturning Roe versus Wade. Now, over a dozen states have near total abortion bans, and medication abortion, which accounts for more than half of all abortions in the US, in the next battlefield. Legal analysts on news networks headlines like Supreme Court and Showdown looms. Legal experts say that this case could define the limits of federal legality authority, not just be for abortion pills but for the FDA's oversight of the prescription drugs in the future. The stage is now set for what could be another landmark Supreme Court case, with sweeping implication for reproductive rights, federal power, and healthcare access nationwide. Should courts decide medical access or scientists? We will be following this developing story closely with updates on the legal battle, state level response, and what it means for women's health across the country. Like, share, and subscribe for ongoing coverage of reproduction rights and US law.